All right, so guys, welcome to the series Popular Demand on F. So I'm doing this for special people on the key of F. So let's start as basic as possible. Let's talk about the tonic surfer of F. You know the do re mi fa sol la ti do do ti la so fa mi re do. So they are F, G, A sharp or B flat. We have the C, D, E, and F. One more time. F, G, A sharp or B flat, C, G, C, D, E, F. Now that's the tonic surfer basically of F. Now for the tonic surfer, you can't be playing just piano with tonic surfer. So each of those tonic surfers, they have a basic chord. Now what are basic chords? Basic chords are triads. They are 3-note chords. 3-note chords. We have examples of them. We have the major, we have the minor, sus2, sus4, augmented, diminished. So they are basic chords with 3 notes. Do you get? So basic chord with 3 notes. So let's start, for example, our major chord using the numbering system. We have the 1, 3, and 5. 1, 3, and 5 do mi so. Now for the minor chord, we have the 1, 3 flat and 5. 1, 3 flat and 5. For the augmented, we have 1, 3 and sharp 5. Diminished, we have 3, 1, 3 flat, 3 flat and flat 5. So that's 1 flat 3 or 3 flat, whatever, and flat 5. You get, these are basic. For the source 2, we have 1, 2, and 5. Source 4, we have 1, 4, and 5. So, if you know what that means, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. So as basic as that. Now let's talk about the chords. So on F, we know that F, which is our 1, is a major chord. Our 2, which is G, is a minor chord, so G minor. Then our 3, which is A, is A minor. So our 4, which is B flat or A sharp, is a major. 5, C major. 6, D minor. Then 7 is E diminished. Then back to 1. Let's take it one more time, very slow. F major, G minor, A minor, B flat major, C major, D minor, E diminished, then F. Now that's basic chart. So we have the so these are basic chords. Do you understand? And now another thing you need to know: chord inversions. Chord inversions basically are in the layman language. Let me not use music term per se. I'm trying to explain it so that anybody will know. A chord inversion is playing the same thing another way. So you want to get to your house. Instead of coming from this side, if you get through the other side, you still get to your house. So it's getting to play same thing but through another angle. So for F major, so if we move the 1 from here and we still have it here, so you just move it this way. This is the first inversion as layman level as possible. Then if you move this and take it here, this is another inversion. If you move this and take it here, do you understand? So for basic chords, which are 3-note chords, they have only 2 inversions. Now we have the 7th chord, which are 4-note chords. They have 3 inversions. Basic chords have 2 inversions. 7th chord have 3 inversions. Then if you want to extend them to like 9th chord and all, we have 4 inversions. So I've talked about basic chords. Now this I don't need to explain with songs what you need to play with them, right? You could just go around anywhere. Now another thing we call inversions. Why they are necessary is because you can't be playing 1 here, then coming to play 4 here, then 1 here, then coming to play. So what makes it easier is chord inversion helps you to play chords within the circle of 12 of of your chromatic 12. Do you understand? When I mean chromatic 12, so I can stay from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Back to this. So under this place, I can still play my chords and I don't have to move. So what I'm doing is I'll just use my inversion. So I play this. Then I want to play the 4. Instead of having to come here, I play the second inversion. So this is second inversion. So these are simple things that you know in music, but you don't know how they are done or what's the secret behind them. Most of these things we do are just inversions. So back to this, then back to this. So this is the first inversion of C, which is a 5. Back to 1. Do you understand? So if you use this first inversion of F, now the 4 here will be the main one instead of the inversion, because that's the closest. Then we'll now use the second inversion of C. If you play this one, the 4 will be the first inversion. Then back to this. Then 5 will now be the main with the root. So these are inversions. So there's nothing. So somebody can be playing. So you're wondering, it's just inversion, it's moving. There's nothing there. It's just inversions. So I don't need to go into details on how to use these ones to play song. Most people don't want to know the major this chart. They want to know advanced chord and also. I'm going to talk about the 7 chord. Now the way we have major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminish for the tonic surfer, we also have 7 chords for that too. So for your 1, we have multiple depending on what you want to use that for. We have the major 7th, dominant 7th. So we have the major 7th, dominant 7th. So we have the major 7th, dominant 7th, major 7th, dominant 7th. So depending on what you want to use that for, I will explain that later. For the 2, which is a minor, we have a minor 7. That's G minor 7th. So G minor 7 is the 1 on G, flat 3, 5, and 7, flat 7. But on F, we could do it as 2, 4, 6, and 1. Now, do you understand? So I'm going to do this, then I'll now explain to you how we can divide these chords and make it sound interesting. So we'll have the 1, or you do. That's the dominant 7th, minor 7th. We'll have this. Now, there's another chord people call, man, I like that minor chord you played. Is a major, actually, not a minor, which is making 2 major when you play. It's not a minor chord, it's actually a major chord. So you just made the minor a major. So, do you understand? So we have the 3, which is also a minor. So the 7th chord for that is a minor. So it's a C minor. So it's called the C minor 7th. Do you understand? C minor 7th. So we'll have the C minor 7th. Is that fair enough? C minor 7th, right? Now, when you play, you are great, you do me. That's a major. So that's playing 3 as a major chord. So minor. So let's start one more time. F major 7th, G minor 7th, A minor 7th. Then for the 4, the same way the 1 has different has the has the major 7th and the dominant. The 4 too has same thing. Major 7 or the dominant 7. So here the dominant 7th, that's what black gods with this Negro guys use. So yeah. So you have heard that before. So how this? So this is a B flat major 7, B flat major 7, B flat dominant 7, B flat major 7. Now for the 5 just has basically 1. So it's the C dominant 7th. Then for the 6, it's still the minor 7. So that's D minor 7th. Then we'll have the this is E, which is your 7. So This is an E minor flat 5. E minor 7 flat 5. So E minor is this flat 5. E minor 7 flat 5. So E minor 7 flat 5. You know what a flat 5 is? It's taking whatever you're doing. That note just goes backward. A sharp 5 is either is going forward. So flat goes back, sharp goes forward. So simple logic. Left, right, left. Left is flat, right is sharp. Left is flat, right is sharp. Do you understand? So let's run through one more time. So we have the major 7, minor 7th, minor 7th, major 7th, dominant 7th, minor 7, then minor 7, flat 5. Is that fine? One more time. Major 7th, minor 7th, minor 7th, major 7th, dominant 7th, minor 7th, then minor 7 flat 5. Now let me teach you a trick that is very amazing, right? So if you take the F, for example, and you take out the root note from the chord, you have your 3. So the logic there is, if you play a 1 here, you could move this way. So you have your 3. You can move from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 1, then to 2, to 3, and you go like that. Left hand goes, so you have. So what people do most of the time is just divide this chord and then move it that way. So you have. So it's the same chord we have learned, but I just took out the root. Assuming I have a bass player, so I just took out the root. Let's assume I have the root. Do you understand? So assuming I have a bass player. Now, you know, even if you have a bass player, you still need to spice it up. So how do we use these minor chords or these major 7, this 7 chord basically in a song? So let's take, for example, we're playing Jehovah, you are the Most High. I'm trying to use basic songs as possible, then see how we can use the minor chord. So now if you're starting a song like Jehovah, you are the Most High, you can't start it with a major 7th. So, because some persons, once they get this chord, this is all they'll play in church. No, sir. So start with Jehovah. So what I did here is just an inversion. First inversion of F. Sounds amazing. Jehovah. Now I just played a major 7th of the 4, which is B flat major 7. But to spice it up, since I know that if I take out the root, what is left is E minor. I can play another inversion of E minor that makes it amazing, so I don't have to play, which is closer to this inversion. Jehovah. So if you watch very well, you still see we're still playing the same thing. Jehovah, you are. Then. Now somebody asks, so this is a sus 2 on C, so. Do you understand too? Jehovah, you are the Most High. You are the Most High. Do you understand? So you notice that I didn't use a 7 chord all through, but let's play another song like you deserve the glory and the honor. Now if you notice on our 6, when we take out the root, all we're left is a major 1. So you deserve the glory and the honor. You understand? Lord, deliver. So you can hear. You get it? You deserve the glory and the honor. Can you hear that? So don't forget if we play out this and we take out the roots, so we're left with the 5. So the glory and the honor. Lord, every breath. You know, I play this. When we played for our 2, we have a minor 7th, right? So once we take out the root, we are left with this. So I can extend this to be. When you have a bass player, so on your 2, instead of having to play 2 by all means as a piano player, once you have a bass player that knows that you're going to 2, you play. You deserve the glory and the honor. Lord, as it was. Now hear this chord. It's a B flat sus2 over the 5. Sounds amazing. So sounds good. So these are the glory and the honor. So most of the time you don't need a lot of too many chords. It's just to apply even the one you know now. The one you know, if you know how to apply it properly, then piano is don't force chords. Don't force it like you deserve the glory. You're forcing it. Don't force it. You're forcing it. These chords are good. Good when you want to. But you could as well play your basic 7th. You don't glory and the honor. As simple as you are great. Let's use our 2, 3 major. You do miracle. There is no like you. So for those that will accuse me that I'm not teaching basic chords, yes, we're not talking about basic here. We're talking about the 7th chord is a bit around the intermediate. Do you understand? So basic, we already know basic. But how to add these other notes to make it spicy. Do you understand? So I've not talked about passing chords and all. So we're talking about 7th chord, how to apply them. Do you understand? I worship you. I worship you. You get is to worship. Now we can use the major 7th of the you. Now don't forget I've used the dominant 7. So see where dominant. I was. I the reason I worship you. You get to the reason I live is to worship you. So do you understand? It's at so the idea here is how to add the 7 to some of the chords you play and make it sound fat. So that's that. I'll send another video on passing chords on the key of F. So one of the things I want you to do is you send me a video of applying the 7th chord to another song. Send a DM on Instagram at Billionaire Pianist. Applying this chord. Don't force it. Just make sure it comes from your spirit. That's another thing. Make sure it comes then. So I'm dropping another video I'm sending another video on passing chords. Do you get? Do like 5 songs. Try to apply the 7th principle to like 5 songs, different songs, songs that you know. Try to apply it. Don't look for the advanced. Try to apply this thing too. So we could do them. You got times and season in your head. You go light out of darkness. You don't need to be what you are. You are good to call me. I've told you about this sauce. Let me go. You are God again. To the end. There's no place or argument. You are God. So the next video is coming on passing chords on the key of F. You'll love it, believe me. You'll love it. Thank you so much.